There, like so, pop it into the fuel tank. Now this stuff is designed to chemically clean the fuel injector.
The spark plug out, there was oil on the tip and the thread.
What if your mechanic isn't telling you everything? Could you be spending more money than you need to on repairs? Behind the grease-stained curtain lies a world of engine secrets that could save you thousands, if you know them. Stick around to uncover 10 insider tips mechanics might not want you to know, including one game-changing hack at the very end that could keep your engine purring like new for years. Ready to beat the system? Let's start with something that might seem like snake oil, but when done right can really help your engine: engine oil additives. Now, before you run to the store and grab the cheapest bottle, know that not all additives are created equal. Some are just gimmicks, but certain additives, like those containing molybdenum disulfide, often called moly, can create a super slick surface on engine parts. This reduces friction, especially during cold starts when oil hasn't fully circulated. Think about it, the first few seconds after you start your car are when the most wear happens. A good moly additive can help protect those crucial engine bits. It's like giving your engine a head start on lubrication. You won't necessarily see an immediate difference, but over the long haul, this reduced wear can translate to a longer engine life. Just be sure to pick up a reputable brand and follow the instructions carefully. Don't overdo it. Next crucial tip on our list is keeping your fuel system sparkling clean. Keeping your fuel system clean is important, and while throwing in a bottle of fuel injector cleaner now and then is okay, there's more to it. Think about the entire fuel system, from the tank to the injectors. Over time, especially with modern ethanol blended fuels, deposits can build up not just in the injectors, but also in the fuel lines and even the fuel pump. A good way to combat this is to occasionally use a fuel system cleaner that targets more than just the injectors. Look for products that advertise cleaning the entire fuel system. Also, try to avoid letting your fuel level get super low frequently. The fuel in your tank helps to cool the fuel pump. Running on empty can make the pump work harder and potentially overheat, leading to early failure. Keeping your fuel tank at least a quarter full is a simple way to extend the life of your fuel pump. The reason these more complete fuel system cleaners aren't always talked about is a mix of factors. Partly it's because injector cleaner is a simpler concept to grasp and market. Also, some mechanics might prefer to handle more involved fuel system cleaning themselves, as it can be a more profitable service. However, being proactive with a quality fuel system cleaner can help prevent bigger problems down the road, potentially saving you a costly trip to the shop.
Comes with its own funnel. Pop that onto there like so, pop it into the fuel tank. Now this stuff is designed to chemically clean the fuel injectors.
Now, here's a twist that mechanics definitely don't want you to think about. Sometimes, preventative maintenance can be overdone. Yep, you heard that right. While regular maintenance is crucial, following every single severe service recommendation in your owner's manual might actually be overkill for your driving habits. Think about it, those recommendations are often designed for extreme conditions, like constant stop-and-go traffic in very hot or cold climates or frequent towing. If you mostly do highway driving, some of those super frequent oil changes or fluid flushes might be unnecessary. Sticking to the normal service schedule or even slightly extending intervals based on your actual driving conditions and the quality of the fluids you use can save you money and resources. Just be sure to use high-quality fluids and filters if you choose to extend intervals, and always monitor your vehicle for any signs of trouble. Now, let's talk about something often overlooked but incredibly important: vacuum lines. These little rubber hoses play a big role in how your engine runs. They carry vacuum or suction, which is used to control various engine functions, from the brake booster to emissions control systems. Over time, these lines can crack, become brittle, or even detach, leading to a whole host of problems. A small vacuum leak can cause your engine to run rough, have a high idle, or even throw check engine lights. It's like a tiny hole in a straw. It disrupts the whole system. Regularly inspecting your vacuum lines is a simple way to prevent these issues. Look for cracks, splits, or loose connections. You can even gently wiggle them to see if they feel loose or brittle. Replacing a cracked vacuum line is usually a cheap and easy fix you can often do yourself, saving you from potentially bigger problems down the road. With all that covered up, let's get to the decoding of the spark plugs. When you change your spark plugs, don't just toss the old ones in the trash. They can tell you a lot about what's going on inside your engine. Learning to read your spark plugs is like getting a secret glimpse into your engine's health. The color and condition of the electrode and insulator can indicate various issues. For example, a light tan or gray color is generally good. Black and sooty often means your engine's running too rich with too much fuel. Oily plugs can indicate worn piston rings or valve seals. White or glazed plugs might mean your engine is running too lean, not enough fuel, or overheating.
When I took the spark plug out, there was oil on the tip and the thread because the cylinder was filled with oil.
There are plenty of online guides and charts that show you what different spark plug conditions mean. By paying attention to your old spark plugs, you can catch potential problems early before they become serious and expensive. Now it's time to discuss the secret life of your PCV valve. The positive crankcase ventilation PCV valve is a small, often overlooked component, but it plays a crucial role in your engine's health and emissions. It vents harmful gases from the engine crankcase back into the intake manifold to be burned, preventing them from polluting the atmosphere and building up pressure inside the engine. Over time, the PCV valve can become clogged or stuck. A faulty PCV valve can lead to a variety of problems, including oil leaks, rough idling, and even damage to engine seals. Replacing the PCV valve is usually a simple and inexpensive maintenance task. Your owner's manual likely has a recommended replacement interval, but it's a good idea to check its condition periodically. It's a small part with a big impact on your engine's well-being. But why is the PCV valve so often ignored if it's so important? Is it just out of sight, out of mind, or is there another reason? The PCV valve is often overlooked because it's a small, inexpensive part that doesn't always cause dramatic, immediate problems when it starts to fail. The symptoms can be subtle and easily attributed to other issues. Also, it's not a visually exciting component, so it doesn't get the attention that things like shiny new air filters do. However, neglecting the PCV valve can lead to significant engine problems down the line, making its regular maintenance essential. Here's a twist that might make you rethink your maintenance habits. Sometimes, using the wrong type of parts, even if they fit, can cause problems. Think about it. Your car's manufacturer designed specific parts to work together optimally. Using generic or low-quality replacements, even if they're cheaper, might not meet the same standards for materials or tolerances. For example, using a cheap oil filter might not filter as effectively, potentially leading to increased engine wear. Or using spark plugs with the wrong heat range can cause performance issues or even damage. While saving money on parts can be tempting, investing in quality replacements that meet or exceed the original manufacturer's specifications is often a better long-term strategy for your engine's health and longevity. Moving on to the next section, the power of a cool engine. Your engine's cooling system is critical to preventing overheating and serious damage. While most people know how to check their coolant level, there's more to it than that. Think about the entire system: the radiator, hoses, thermostat, and water pump. Over time, coolant can become acidic and lose its ability to protect against corrosion and overheating. Regularly flushing and replacing your coolant is essential. Also, inspect your radiator hoses for any signs of bulging, cracking, or softness. A failing hose can burst unexpectedly, leaving you stranded. The thermostat regulates your engine's temperature, so a faulty thermostat can cause overheating or prevent your engine from reaching its optimal operating temperature. These are all things you or a trusted mechanic can check to ensure your engine stays cool under pressure. Now moving on to our next tip, listening to your engine. Your engine often gives you clues when something is wrong, long before a warning light comes on. Learning to listen to your engine is like developing a secret language with your car. Pay attention to unusual noises like knocking, ticking, whining, or hissing. A knocking sound could indicate bearing problems, while a ticking sound might be a valve issue. A whining sound could be a belt or pulley problem. A hissing sound could be a vacuum leak. Also, pay attention to how your car feels. Is it vibrating more than usual? Is it hesitating when you accelerate? Is the exhaust smoke a strange color? These are all signs that something might be fishy. Don't ignore these early warning signs. Addressing them promptly can often prevent a small problem from turning into a major expensive repair. And after that, it's time we talk about the benefits of short trips. While long drives are good for fully warming up your engine and burning off condensation, short trips can be beneficial for certain maintenance tasks. For example, changing your oil when the engine is warm but not scalding hot is ideal. The heat helps the oil flow more easily, carrying away more contaminants. Also, running your engine briefly after performing certain maintenance tasks, like adding fuel system cleaner, helps circulate the treatment throughout the system. However, it's important to balance short trips with longer ones. Regularly taking your car for a longer drive allows the engine to reach its optimal operating temperature for a sustained period, which helps burn off moisture and other contaminants that can accumulate during short trips. Finding the right balance is key to keeping your engine healthy. So, if short trips are good for some things and long trips are good for others, how do you find the perfect balance for your car's engine health? Is there a secret formula? There's no single secret formula, but the key is understanding your driving habits and tailoring your maintenance accordingly. If you primarily take short trips, consider slightly shortening your oil change intervals and make an effort to take your car for a longer drive at least once a week. This allows the engine to fully warm up and burn off accumulated moisture and contaminants. Conversely, if you mostly do long highway driving, you might be able to slightly extend certain maintenance intervals, but always stick to the manufacturer's recommendations as a baseline. One of the most crucial tips that no one would tell you about is protecting your electrical connections. Electrical problems can be a major headache. Many engine issues can actually be traced back to poor electrical connections. Think about the battery terminals, ground wires, and sensor connectors. Over time, these connections can corrode or become loose, leading to intermittent problems that are difficult to diagnose. Regularly inspecting and cleaning your battery terminals is a simple but effective way to prevent electrical issues. You can use a wire brush and a baking soda solution to remove corrosion. Also, make sure your ground wires are securely attached to clean metal surfaces. For sensor connectors, you can use a specialized electrical contact cleaner to remove any dirt or corrosion. Maintaining clean and tight electrical connections can prevent a whole host of engine-related problems. Finally, the biggest secret weapon you can have for engine maintenance is knowledge. Take the time to learn the basics of how your engine works. Understand the functions of key components like the air filter, oil filter, spark plugs, and belts. Read your owner's manual. It contains a wealth of information specific to your vehicle. The more you understand about your engine, the better equipped you'll be to spot potential problems early and perform basic maintenance yourself. You'll also be better able to communicate with your mechanic and understand their recommendations. Empowering yourself with knowledge is the ultimate secret weapon for keeping your engine running smoothly for years to come. And there you have it, 10 secret engine maintenance tips that mechanics might not always share. So, which of these hidden helpers will you try first? Let us know in the comments below. And if you found these insider insights helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more gearhead wisdom, and share this video with anyone who wants to keep their engine happy. Until next time, keep those engines purring and your wallets a little bit thicker.